The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run for it with Petty. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
19.
Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
A 28-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let him know, let him know. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he finds Penny. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll run it again with Penny, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
58, right over there. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson flushed out right, and he slings one that's incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target, and it's 3rd and short. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go read option with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 49. Bravo. 49 the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the 22, Trubisky flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Penny. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Myers able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown of the night, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Watch QB drop. 12. QB drop.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. There's the stiff arm. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. On the draw, this is Penny. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coaches step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
10 more there and another first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, nice 7. March 49. March 49.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go read option with Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Penny. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
You got it. You got it.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Check the team. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, Eddie Weapon. Check 24.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gets it to Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Wilson wants to throw it. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And that trip to the end zone, I think that's the dagger.
Handshakes all around now. Everybody looking at each other and starting to celebrate a big victory.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's caught for 2 points. Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need.
Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.